Hey there everybody, this is NDM here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Dragonlord for the NES. Right, so this is part 6, I believe, no, part 7. So this is going to be the penultimate episode of this series before we take on the final boss and the final dungeon of the game. We just got done with the abandoned town of Hawksness, so we cleared out, like, the hand axe dude. And we got ourselves Erdrick's armor, so we can check the stats. And you can see this, what it currently stands as. We got defense power of 84, attack power of 105, strength at 85, and everything else looks pretty good. Maximum HP at 127 and maximum MP at 128, both evenly balanced. Got ourselves up to level 20, which is the recommended level to fight the Dragonlord. So, our next objective is to head south here. This is actually probably the best place in the game to grind, right here, in these mountainous terrains, because you can encounter metal slimes around here, which give the most EXP of any enemy in the game. So, if you want to do some grinding here, you can, which is what I did. That's how I got my levels up to level 20. And we're being attacked by a werewolf. Great. And got ourselves some gold, 147. So you basically just have to walk along this coastal line here while being attacked by some of the strongest enemies in the game, such as star wyverns. I freaking hate these things because they can cast heal more, which can regenerate their health their health back to full, which really isn't good. Also, before coming to this town, make sure that you have some magic keys handy, because you will be needing those to navigate around the town, because there are some doors that you need to unlock to get to some of the good stuff that you can buy from the town. Oh yeah, we have Erdrick's armor, so we can just walk over this stuff now without taking any damage. Okay, so you're going to come to this town here, and the square that is basically in between those two blocks that go into the square. There's a fixed encounter there, so it's not a really intimidating fixed encounter. It's not like we're fighting a green dragon or a hand axe dude. So the gimmick to this fight is to use the fairy flute, and this is the only time in the game I think the fairy flute is actually really useful. So you can just put him to sleep, and it works pretty much all the time. Like, every time you use it, it just works. The golem hath woken up. I think you can just use it again if you want to. Hang on. Which is probably what I'm going to do, so I can actually heal here. So we'll blow it again a second time. So I'm going to cast heal more so I can get some health back real quick. Wow, that regenerated all my health back. That's actually really good. And he's defeated. And you get really crap level gains. You get freaking 5 EXP and 8 gold from that. I mean, you can get more gold and more EXP from a freaking slime. Yeah, that's just supposed to be a joke, but obviously you don't get more EXP and more gold from a slime, but yeah. Right, so we're going to go ahead and use a magic key on this door here, and you can buy yourself some more magic keys from this vendor if you want to, which I might do actually, just in case. So we'll buy some. I mean, it's not like it's going to take up a space in our inventory just buying all these, because the magic key is just one permanent slot. Right, so we're going to go to this vendor here, and this is where you get all the good stuff, all the good weapons and armor. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite pricey. Silver shield is at 14,800, and flame sword is at 9,800. So we're going to buy both of these because we have like accumulated so much gold. I mean, look how much gold we've amassed here. 65,143 gold, which is more than enough. So we'll buy the flame sword, then we'll trade the broadsword for 750, and then we'll go ahead and buy the silver shield, which means we'll sell the large shield for 400. And that's all you really need to buy. There's nothing else to buy here. We can check our stats and see what they look like now. As you can see, defense power has slightly increased to 94, and strength has also increased to 85. I think it was like 84 before I purchased the flame sword, so not really a significant improvement. To learn how proof may be obtained that thy ancestor was the great Erdrick, see a man in this very town. Yeah, I think he's talking about that lineage thing that we have to do. I'm gonna open this door actually here, just to see what this guy says. And we'll go down. Now this stuff that we're walking on here would normally be inaccessible to, because it's one of those terrains that you just can't walk on without taking considerable amount of damage. Thou may go and search from Charlock Castle, travel 70 leagues to the south and 40 to the east. So what he's telling us there, I think, is the location of Erdrick's token, which is the final main quest item that we need to get before going to the Dragonlord's castle. So why don't we say we go ahead and do that, which is pretty much the final thing that we need to do in this video, and then we'll be done and we'll be on our way to the final dungeon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this town. By the way, this town is the town of Cantlin. This is Cantlin right here, and Tentacle is the town that you start off in. Oh god, it's a green dragon. Yes, you get those as regular encounters now, as I did state before. But in the Dragonlord's castle, you get green dragons, red dragons, and blue dragons, so yeah, you get all the varieties of different types of dragons in that place. Right, so we're gonna cast Return, and that should take us back to Tentacle, which is... Actually, no, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh, shoot. No, that's not where we want to go right now. Oh, man. Hang on a second, wait a minute. I'll meet you guys back, back outside Hawk's Nest. So I'll meet you guys there. Okay, so after that silly little error I made just then, we're now going to progress on. The reason why I came back to Hawk's Nest is because it's the closest town to this token that we need to find. So instead of going all the way up along the coast here, we're going to take a different direction. Just have to wait for it. Yeah, you have to cross this bridge here. So make sure you cross this and come down to this swampy area down here. I think Repel is actually working against most of the enemies around here. I think it's because of the level that I'm at right now. Because at the moment I'm level 20. I guess level 20 is enough to use Repel and actually avoid some of the enemies out here. Because basically the way that Repel works is that it stops weak random encounters. So I guess these enemies are considered as weak. Which is kind of funny because... Well, it was an episode ago I fought the green dragon saving the princess, wasn't it? Alright, so I don't exactly know the bang-on spot where you have to search in the swamp for Erdrick's token, because it's one of those really cryptic, convoluted, hidden items that you need to progress the game, so... I think it's over here actually, it's on this side of the swamp, and it might be right on the spot actually that I'm standing over. Instead we're going to be attacked by a knight, which is not what I wanted. So yeah. Okay, so let's hit the search button and see if we're right on it. Penno discovers the Erdrick's token. Yeah, we was right on the exact spot where it was hidden, so that's good. Okay, so we're gonna use return now, and I'm gonna meet you guys outside Rimmeldar, which is the town that we went to where we first bought the magic keys. And we're gonna head south from that town to the cave where the old man is. So now we can. So what you have to do, you have to turn in Erdrick's token to him, and then he gives you the rainbow drop, which you then use to get into the Dragonlord's castle. So I will see you guys once I do all that, or once I get to where we need to get to. So I'll see you then. Alright, so I wasn't going to meet you exactly in Rimmeldar, I just thought I'd meet you on the island. I'm pretty sure you guys can recognize it because I've been here before in one of the previous episodes, so it's not really too hard to determine or extinguish exactly where we are on the map. So I'm going to use the stairs here. No, not search the stairs, you dummy. I mean, it's kind of obvious there's stairs there. You're not going to search down the stairs. You're going to take this. You're going to take the stairs. All right, so let's talk to him, and he should. Wait, actually, I think you have to use it. So we'll just go ahead and use it. Penno held the Erdrick's token tightly, but nothing happened. Okay, never mind. Let's just speak to him. Now the sun and rain shall meet, and the rainbow drop passes to thy keeping. So you check your items, and it should be there. Yep. There it is. So that's our ticket to taking on the Dragonlord's castle. With that said and done, we're pretty much approaching the end of the game here, guys. This is it. This is like the final thing. The final stretch. So I'm going to go ahead and use a repel again, because I don't want to encounter any weak enemies along the way getting up there. But you also want to conserve as much MP as you can, because this dungeon is going to be a gigantic pain in the backside. It can be with encounters too. Like, you can start encountering really tough enemies like werewolves and some new enemies that you won't see anywhere else in the overworld besides the final dungeon. So there are enemies that are unique to the Dragonlord's castle that are pretty tough and menacing. Alright, so here this is where you have to use the rainbow drop. So we'll go ahead and use it. Penno held the rainbow drop toward the sky. And there you go. Creates a bridge for you so that you can travel across the gap in the sea. And, dang it. Well, I guess I can just use one more repel spell that's not going to hurt anybody. Just to get us to the castle faster, and then I can end off the video and we'll continue on next time. And there it is. This is it, the final dungeon in the game, and as you can see, on the other side of the ocean here, you can see Tentacle Castle and Tentacle Town. I don't know if that's called Tentacle Town, but yeah, it's kind of like you're ending off where you started, kind of thing. So it's like the beginning of the end, almost. Very foreboding indeed. Alright, so I'm getting off the video here and we'll continue on next time. So in the next episode of Let's Play Dragonlord for the NES, we shall take on the final dungeon of the game, the Dragonlord's castle, and take down the Dragonlord. So until then, this is NEM saying thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next video, and goodbye.